Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Bill, aka Moogyboy6, saying hello to everybody. And first of all, I want to say just want to give you a little caveat. This video is a little jumpy edit-wise. I'm recording it in several pieces, stringing them together. That's how movies are made, so I make no secret of the fact that I am editing different pieces recorded at different times. Anyway, the purpose of this video, this is the first guitar video I've made in quite some time, but the purpose of this video is as kind of a reply to / inspired by Max Proud of the Max Proud channel. His series of really cool bass guitar videos focusing on basses that sound really great but are cheap. And looking through his list of wonderful instruments kind of made me think of my personal bass. Bass, the final frontier. This has been my bass for a long time now, and I realized I haven't really demonstrated the thing or shown it to you. So I'm going to take a few minutes here and just kind of show what pieces parts P-bass looks like and what you can do with it if you have the parts and you don't mind if it looks cruddy. This is the body. Sorry. This is just in essence, it's basically a straightforward P-bass with a couple of modifications. So here is the neck half of it. Here's the headstock. You can see that the headstock indicates that this neck, at least, is from a Peavey Milestone II bass. And that is exactly what it is. It's a piece of my first bass guitar, my first real bass guitar, which was a Peavey Milestone that I bought for about $100 back in 1998 or so. That guitar had a thin plywood body that I didn't particularly like, and one of the modifications I made to it was I got bored with the way it looked, so I took the pickguard and chopped it down. This is a piece of the original pickguard from that Peavey bass that I chopped off with a saw and sanded down. Which I thought kind of gave it a cool look. Anyway, a few years later, I found this body on eBay. It was a kind of sort of well-worn white P-bass body, and I kind of wanted to have a real P-bass body, solid wood as opposed to plywood, basically. So I got rid of the body, sold it eventually for, I don't know, $10 on eBay or something like that. And I replaced the body with this one, put the old neck on it. If you look closely, you can see that the neck and the body are not a very good fit. There's a gap around it. It's not the best fit in the world. But I managed to line it up pretty well. Bolt it down. It's fairly solid. So this is what it looks like now. Basically a blank P-bass with this little piece of white pickguard on it. For a while, and I still have it somewhere, I also have a tortoiseshell pickguard, full, P-bass tortoiseshell pickguard that I had on here for a while. I got bored with it a little bit, and I decided to put this thing on. For the most part, it's pretty standard P-bass hardware. This is the basic bridge. This is also from the Peavey. The pickups are Duncan Designs something or other. They were kind of their, I guess, lower line precision bass replacement pickups, and they were an improvement over the stock Peavey ones. Let's see here. What else we got here? The basic tone and volume control like on a standard P-bass. The knobs are from an old Harmony Stratocaster, my first guitar, which is in pieces scattered all over the place, and these two knobs there are survivors from that. When I replaced the pickups, or no, I'm sorry, when I put this thing together, and I wired it up. I decided I wanted to do something a little different because my band at the time, when I was using this bass, there were a couple places where I needed quick changes of tone. So one of the things I did, I installed a push-pull pot on the tone control. So you pull it out and it bypasses the tone control. Put it back in and the tone control is engaged. So you can go from full tone to dull thud, which is my preferred thing, with a quick hit. The strings are super dead. They've been on here for years and I haven't replaced them yet. I think that they're medium gauge. Oh, one other thing I want to point out to you before I start playing a little bit. I'm not going to play a lot because I know you don't want to hear that. Machines up here, the tuners, not the best in the world. They have these Allen key screws in the bottom, and several of them fell out. And one thing you hear when you play this bass is that there is this rattling that I think kind of takes away from the tone. I think the tuners are rattling around and I think soaking up some of the vibration, which sucks. I'd like to replace those with some decent tuners sometime. The amp that I'm playing through is not a bass amp because I don't have a bass amp that works. This it's an old Ampeg GT10, I think is the model name number. It's an old 10, 15 watt, something like that, practice amp from transistor, solid state, made in the 70s. Little 110 practice amp, real basic. It does the job, you know. It's not a bass amp. It doesn't really sound all that good, but it does amplify and it's fairly loud. So I'm just gonna play a little bit just so you can hear what it sounds like. First take of this ended up kind of sucky, so I'm gonna, sound quality was all distorted, so I'm just gonna play just a little bit of groove in here. Just gonna try and keep it simple, you know. Up the tone a little bit. Meters are a great source for bass lines, of course, and I love this one too. I'm not going to play that. Fuck it. I'm going to say that one thing that this bass really needs is a setup. The strings are super dead, as I mentioned before, and this has never been professionally set up. I set it up myself, which, you know, I thought I did a fairly good job, but compared to basses in the music stores, doesn't hold a candle to them. So something I'm doing is wrong. So maybe a professional setup is what this little guy needs, and light gauge strings, and a real amp. That's it for now. Have a good night. This is Moogyboy 6 signing off for tonight.